Hey guys, welcome back. This is the first video tutorial of 2015 and I'm back from my vacation, so I'm glad to be back and back working. I have transitioned from my smaller craft room to my bigger craft room now, and I will video that for you guys once it's complete. So that's another reason I did take a longer vacation. I've been getting that set up, but more on that later. So this is going to be the first tutorial of 2015, and I'm not sure I chose the best colors to show this to you in, but I didn't want to do them in baby colors. As you know, I'm doing a grandbaby keepsake box for my future grandbabies. I have posted that several times in my group and my Facebook. So all the baby items that I do make on my tutorials for you guys will be going in those boxes. So I worked them in colors that I will be wanting in my box as well. So if you go to redheart.com and look up pattern LW3512, it is called it's called Little Miss Booties. They're very simple to do. I had these done, both of them as a set, in less than 30 minutes. And the yarn that I used, I did not use Redheart for these. I used some that I had ordered. But it's still a worsted weight yarn. But the ones that we will be doing together is going to be done in Redheart. So if you look at the pattern, you can do several different types of embellishments, and you do need to pull up the pattern. It's very helpful to have your pattern. As I always expect, that you pull up your pattern, whether it be on any device you have or on your computer, whatever. So you see the different embellishments. You have the larger rows, the smaller rows. You have things that you can, I haven't looked through that part of it. I think they either sewed or glued on there, which I will not be doing this part. I'm not going to be putting that part of the embellishments on there. We will be doing one of the two roses, because once you know how to do one rose, you can do the other. Because they're too small to really put a whole lot on there. So anyway, what you need is a 5mm hook, and that's an H. And you will be needing two different types of yarns. So I will be doing this set in the gray and in the pink. So you get your materials there. And use whatever colors you want. I'm never picky about the colors. And pull up that pattern. Again, that is Redheart LW3512. And you will need that pattern to follow along with me. So this is what they're going to look like. And I do believe that I used, I'm not sure if I made the larger rose. I think I did. But we will be doing one of the roses as well. So go ahead and get all of the items you need. As I said, I'm going to use the gray for the rose, and I have my pink, which is the baby pink. I have it all ready to go, and I have my 5mm hook ready to go, and I'll meet you back up. Alright guys, let's get to work on these booties. And one thing I failed to mention is in the rose you will need a smaller hook. It does call for a 4.5mm hook. I think I used a 4.25 because that's what I had on hand. So make sure you grab a smaller hook there. So also let's start with the bigger hook now for the booties. So we are going to chain 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now for round 1 you are going to do 2 half double crochet in the third chain from your hook. So 1 and 2. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3. My hands are cold today. 4 and 5. Alright, so now on this last stitch, it's going to just start curving you around. So don't be afraid once you start doing these 6 half double crochet into this last stitch, because it's just going to start making your work go the opposite way. So we're not going to turn like you normally would on a project. It's just going to start working around. So 6 half double crochet here in this last stitch. So 1, 2, 3. Now you'll see it start to turn, so you just go with it. 4, 5, and 6. So now that puts you to working on the opposite side. And you want to go over that tail a little bit. And now you will be working on the side where you're only going to have one loop left from the side before. Okay, so now we're going to work in those loops for just a few minutes. So now what you're going to do is half double crochet in each of the next 5 chains. So starting right here, you'll go a half double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, oops, let's make sure I get in the right one, 4, and 5. Sometimes it's hard to get these little base booties started. Alright, so now you can go ahead and take that little tail off of there. And now for the last one, you're going to do 3 half double crochets right here in this last chain. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and now it says you're going to join in the top of that chain 2. This is your chain 2. So you count up 1 and 2, which is right there. And I know you guys hear George in the background. He's mad downstairs. You can hear him through the vents. He's mad because I won't let him in here. Alright, so this is the end of round 1. And this is what you should have for the beginning base part of the sole of our booty. And I will be back for round 2. Okay guys, round 2. What you're going to do here is chain up 3. Alright. And then you're going to do a double crochet in the first stitch, which is where you're at. So just put a double crochet right there. And then you're going to do 2 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So the next stitch will get 2 doubles. Okay, and then the next one gets 2 doubles. Alright, now then you're going to double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to do 2 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. Okay, so 1, 2, so that's going to be a total of 12 if you're doing 2 in each of the next 6. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that was 2 double crochet in each of the last 6 stitches. Now you're going to double crochet in each of the next 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 double crochet in each of the next or the last 3. So you're going to do 2 in the next, 2 in the next, and 2 in that last one. Then you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 that we did. And that is the second round of the booty. And now round 3 is very simple. Well, at the end of round 2 you should have 34 stitches. Make sure you have 34 stitches at the end of round 2. So round 3 you're going to chain up 2. And this is going to count as your first half double crochet. And you're going to half double crochet in each of the back loops only. Okay? So just go all the way around. And you are going to just go right into those back loops and do a half double crochet. And that's all you do for this round. So round 3, you're just back looping. So half double crochet in the back loops. And try to keep that not necessarily tight, but you want to keep it firm, because that can leave major holes if you're not careful. So that's why you see me kind of working my fingers right here to try to keep that from getting too large. But if you look on the back of this booty, you see that ridge right there? That's what gives it a platform look. And that's where you're going to get that look from when we turn this booty inside out. That's where you get the ridge, is working in the back loops. And that's true for anything. Back loop working like this is where you get that look from. Okay, so finish up working in the back loops, and then you want to slip stitch into the beginning of that chain 2 that we just did, and then we will start working round 4 together, and I'll meet you there. Alright guys, welcome back. We are on round 4. So now what you're going to do is, after you have slip stitched, you want to chain up 2, and then you're going to work 8 half double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Okay, so 1 in each of the next 8. So you're going to half double crochet in each of the next 8. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so now you're going to half double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. So you're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull your yarn through and hold, and then you're just going to go immediately into that next stitch, grab your yarn and pull through. Now you're going to have 4 hoops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 hoops. Now you're going to do your half double crochet to get 2 together 8 times, okay? So you've done it once, let's do it 7 more times. So here you're going to do your second time, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and all you're doing is gathering now. This is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. Alright, so now you see you have a gathered tip right here on your booty. So now what you're going to do is just half double crochet into the next 9. Okay, so finish up, that should take you to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then you're going to join into the top of that chain 2. Okay? And then this is what you're going to have at the end of round 4. Alright, round 5, and now we can go ahead and flip our booty inside out, because that little ridge that we made with the doing in the back loops, you want that to be the very bottom on the outside. So now our booty is now correctly set if you flip that inside out. So now you're actually, you know, once you flip it once you flip it, it's actually the right way. Okay? So now round 5, you're going to chain up 2, and we're going to half double crochet in the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so we're going to gather a little bit more here. So what you're going to do now is double crochet this time instead of half double crochet. You're going to double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. You're going to do that 4 times this time, okay? So you're going to double crochet this time. So you're going to yarn over and go in, pull your yarn up, and yarn over and pull through 2 only. And then you'll have 2 on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again, go into the next stitch, grab that, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2. So then you're going to have 3 on your hook, so you'll yarn over and pull through 3. Okay, so you're going to do that another 3 times. Okay, so let's just do that. So here's your second time. Okay, then here's your third. And if I'm going too fast for you for the decreasing here, this is not a pattern or a video that I'm teaching decrease. You can go back and look at my tutorial for decreasing and do that prior to doing this tutorial. Alright, so we did that a total of 4 times. So now you're going to half double crochet in the last 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you'll join up into the top of that chain 2 with a slip stitch. And so far, this is what you have at the end of round 5. Okay? Okay guys, round 6 is very similar to round 5. You're just going to chain 2 and half double crochet in the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and now you're going to double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches only twice, okay? So we're just going to do like we did before, which is our 2 double crochet together. So this is the first one. Okay, and then this is the second one. Oops, get in there. Alright, so once you've done that, you're going to half double crochet in the last 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, and then again you'll join up into the chain 2 that we started with. And then this is your booty at the end of round 6. Okay guys, so now at the end of round 6 you're just going to fasten off. That is the completion of the booty itself. So we'll fasten that off. And then you will of course work your ends, your tails. You want to work them in however best you see fit. And I always have better luck working these in off camera because I do them so differently. But I try to get them worked in the best I can on camera so that you're not sitting here waiting on me. Okay, so you just work that in, and you see how in those back loops that we worked it gave us that nice little ridge. Okay, and if you did not turn your booty, you need to turn it inside out so that that ridge is located on the outside. Okay, just like I did on my little red and black set, you want that to be the platform where the sole of the booty is laying flat. Okay, so let me change the battery on my camera and I will be back and we will do the rows for the booty and then we will be complete with our new little set of booties. Alright guys, so with our smaller hook and gray yarn or whatever yarn you chose to use, you're going to leave a little bit of a longer tail, and I'll show you why once we get to that point. You're going to chain 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so now once you do that, sorry guys, and we're working on the large rows here by the way, you're going to single crochet in the second chain from your hook. Okay, and you're going to single crochet all the way across. Very simple. And if you can make the large rows, you can make the small one. Basically, the small one is you chain 7 instead of 11, and you do the same process with the small one that you're doing with the large one. But you do have to look at your pattern because the stitches are the stitch count's just different. But you do the same process. Okay, so you single crochet across, okay, once you single crochet across you're going to turn, you're going to chain 1, and all that's to this is you're going to do 3 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as for the small one, it's going to be, instead of 30 for the big one, it's going to be 18 stitches for the small one. But you're still going to be putting 3 stitches in every single crochet. So 3 in each stitch, and you're going to see it's going to curl up a little bit on you, and ultimately that's what you're going to do with it anyway, so don't be alarmed. You're just going to roll this up. And how you apply this to your booty is up to you. You can run your needle and thread a couple times through the stem of it and through the middle to join it and then attach it. You can glue it, you can pin it. I'm just going to simply pin it on just to give you a quick view of what it's going to look like, and then I will sew mine on or tie mine on, because when it comes to things like this, you don't have to put a lot of effort into actually doing a lot of sewing. Okay, so now you'll take your scissors and you'll just leave yourself another little tail just in case. Alright, so now you have yourself a little curly cue. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take this and go with the roll of it. Don't wrap this up in it, you need to keep that down below. And just roll it. And you want to keep it a little firm, because you don't want it to get gigantic. Okay? Then you have your rose. And basically then all you're going to do is you're going to attach it. Let me back up a bit. There you go. And the reason they wanted you to keep a tail, you can keep a tail or you can just cut yourself off some. I like to cut myself off a separate little piece. That way, only because if you use this part, it makes it curl up really bad when you start to thread through here, and I don't really care for that much, but if you do these often enough, you'll understand what I mean. Okay, so then you can just sew these together anyway. I like to go through the top and through the bottom. You can go back and forth if you like. It's whatever works for you. I don't ever say there's only one way to do things. And my computer's doing all kind of funny stuff, so don't be alarmed. So once you get, this to where it's holding its place, the piece you have here and the piece that you started with, you want to tie that. Okay? Flip it over and just kind of tie that together so that it doesn't come loose on you. And there's several ways to do this. You don't have to do it my way. Okay? So basically you have your rose, and then I'm just going to weave this part in and lose it. Okay? So I'm going to cut that. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take this and put it right in the center of your booty. Let me get this tail in here. And then what you're going to do, once you get it centered, is you're going to pull one tail that you left this direction and pull the other tail. Actually, I'm going to weave it over this direction a little bit. Now you're going to pull it this direction, but you're pulling it through your booty. Okay? And all I simply do is tie it on. No glue necessary, no sewing necessary. You don't need all that. And you double tie it. And then you can go in and weave it. Hide your ends if you want. And then you have your booty. And they're very simple to do. And if you wanted to add a smaller one, but like I said, when it comes to doing these roses, they, being the booty is so small, it takes up so much room already. I didn't feel like I wanted to over embellish it. Because it's going on my baby's foot, you didn't want to make it too heavy. So here's your pink and gray version, which is the opposite of what they have on the site. Because they did the booty in gray and the flower in pink, and then here's my little black and red version, and it's that simple. So that is your little Miss Booties, and there's nothing to it. Very, very simple booty. You can You know, if you wanted to add a little strap, you can. It's, you know, you just play around with things and until you're happy with it. And you can also even pin it on if you want to pin. I said I was going to pin it on, but then I wanted to show you how to tie it on too. But it's simple to pin it on. But anyway, that's how simple they are, and they're very cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and until next video, happy hooking!